Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. This week, Scorpio, we're going to try to get into touch with your starseed family, pulling in messages from them, but specifically we're asking actually, what are they asking of you? What would they like you to do at this time? What you should embrace or move towards to activate this request? And as well, kind of look at what you should soften your grip on or change your concept of as well. Now, I've changed the decks up a little bit, actually quite a bit. All the decks are different. Like if you've been watching this week, some of your other signs. I'm still using the Starseed. I'm still using the Starseed Oracle deck, but I just got a new deck. It's called the Lace of Destiny. It's really, really cool. There it is. The Lace of Destiny by Ania Rogoff. Now, some of you may have actually seen on my community channel, I promoted it because I was hoping it would succeed. I think it was a GoFundMe or something like that for this deck creator. But this is not the deck that I was originally funding or supporting. I had the option at the support level to get a second deck. And that one has come in. So it's obviously one that she'd already created. So I got that one. So I really like it. It's kind of cool. And I'm going to use it for your reading. Actually, here it is. Chain at the bottom after the pre-shuffle. Yeah, chain, Taurus. It's kind of fun. It's a funny way to describe Taurus. The old ball and chain, maybe. So, but there's like 154 cards in this deck. So we're going to use that. I'm going to use the Ethereal Tarot and the Shaman Oracle deck. And as I said, I'm going to start with the Starseed Oracle, Scorpio. See what we have to say. All right. Scorpio, I would say that you will know that this is your reading if you are in the process of closing off major karmic cycles in your life and opening up new paths. Because your underline of the Lace of Destiny is so fascinating. You have the fox, okay, and then you have light forces, this angelic energy, followed by dark forces, sort of the devilish energy, and then you have the karma card. And what I find fascinating about this little foxy guy, he looks nervous, like afraid to come out from behind where he's hiding, he or she is hiding. So maybe, I don't know, wow. Look at this play. I mean, this is insane. It's almost standing back and allowing light and dark to fight it out here, to balance the energies, to balance the path for you moving forward. There's 3 higher forces cards that, to me, it feels like too with the fox here, you can only sort of sit back and watch. You can't even get involved with that. These forces are more powerful than you are. But they're bringing some sort of balance here. Not to say that there aren't things that you can definitely do. You are being guided to do things, but there's certain things here that are out of your hands that need to be balanced by the cosmos. Your starseed underline is I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. And then you have wait. Wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. That things are being woven to me is, I'm picking up here, this light and dark forces kind of battling it out to balance karma, to even determine what karma is. This is almost, get over here. You're not talking solely to the judge. And does it feels like the court of karma. You know, all the energies that you've utilized in the past that weren't for your higher good, weren't for the higher good of others. All the energies that you've utilized in the past that were for the higher good of yourself and others. And bringing these forward to the court of the universe to get a judgment. But it's a wait, it's not yet woven. It's not yet woven. So judgment has not been decided. Our energies have not fully played out here. You might feel like that light forces aren't doing much for you right now. It's just because this angel is just sort of sitting there being really like chill, and little birds coming and landing on her. But this dark force, looks like he's holding the sun in his hands, doesn't it? And that's interesting too, because what you need to soften your grip on or change your concept of, one of the cards that came out was Scarab Beetle. And it's holding the sun here. And it's funny, right? Because that Scarab Beetle, dating us back to Egyptian mythology, was the idea that when the sun set and the moon rose, we walked into sort of a darker period, or we observed a darker period, nighttime, shadows could be cast, scary predator animals could come out. But the scarab supports the sun in this underworld and guides it through. And you want to say that's almost like an underworld energy too. It could feel like dark forces have more control over your destiny right now than light forces. Just the way things maybe are playing out for you. But change your concept of this, because it's connecting. These are both being held. The sun is being held in both counts here. But in this count, this is a way to look at what might seem like a dark time and realize it's actually being protected. It's being protected. Everything is a cycle. This will end and a new one will begin, which is part of the karma too. But it's not yet woven. Wait. Honestly, things are meant to play out first. Although, I don't know. I do see you having an important influence on your sort of destiny, what's going on here. This is underlined, so maybe this is things that were working out in the past. You have the Hunter card and the Two of Wands at the bottom. Like seeking something, but trying to maintain a higher ground in that. Being higher up, a higher perspective in terms of what it is that you're hunting, that you're seeking. What are you being asked to do? Well, this is a very interesting area here. You have the Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So when that card first came out, I felt intuitively like you were supposed to, the things that you pray for, the things that you honor, you find divine light in, purpose, higher purpose, to exercise that physically, daily, throughout your life. Okay. I still think it's a message. I think it's a valuable message on its own, but it does shift with the other cards that came out. So then you have destruction, and this is this tornado force. It's a situation card from the Lace of Destiny. And then you have the corn. It's the harvest. Destroy the harvest. It's not like bringing in the harvest. It's what would happen with this tornado goes into the crop. It's going to destroy the crop. I'm still sitting with that one. This crop could be something wrong with it. You may have already taken everything you can out of this crop, like received all that you can out of this. It's interesting because it's a 10, and it is these physical things that give us sustenance and nourish. They create the foundation for stability and place. Just thinking of agriculture, once human beings started, taming plants and wildlife and creating agriculture, then they stood in place, and it's like a 10 of Pentacles sort of energy. But it's as if everything has been harvested out of this. You need to plow this field over. Oh, and that comes up over here too. Everything has been harvested here. You need to plow this field over. And that is even, I'm also hearing, giving with gratitude and grace, giving back to the earth what it provided for you, giving it back. Your life is a moving prayer, right? That's sort of exercising in that way that I said. This cards. So when these tarot cards came out, I thought, well, I don't know how much this is a physical doing as much as is a conscious knowing. So you have the 7 of Swords into the Ace of Swords into the Knight of Swords. This could be a plan that you've had either hidden for quite some time. These are thoughts that you've had hidden for quite some time. There's something here that's been hidden for quite some time. I don't know why I'm saying quite some time. I'm sorry, wait. Maybe this is what the universe has been saying to you. Or maybe this is something you've been saying to someone. I need to harvest what I can out of this. I'm sorry, wait. And then this can be plowed over. I want to say too, when I feel like, when we thank for things that we are receiving, that we are using, when we thank for food, when we thank for opportunities, we're thanking because something has sacrificed for us. And that is, I want to say in a way, it's almost a different way of saying I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Gratitude. Thank you for giving me this, right? When the corn dies and we consume the corn has sacrificed itself for that. Other animals have been sacrificed. They won't get to eat the corn. You get to eat the corn. So even when you receive something, someone else is not receiving it. So deep shit ass message, right? And maybe that's why this takes some time for this dark and light forces, because there are times when we do take life force from other creatures on the planet. It's impossible to exist here in the 3D without doing that in some fashion. But how do you receive that? How has this been received? I don't know. But the 7 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, this is clear, and your intention is clear, and there's really no reason to hesitate. Like, wow. Yeah, this is just clarity, producing incredible clarity here, wiping out, I want to say, all the stalks that are left over after the harvest. The birds are flying away. There's no need. What is the point of this? This is something that it needs to be plowed under so that the nutrients of these stalks can be given back to the earth. To destroy it is to plow over in a very grateful way. And not to hesitate, to see this for what it is and not to hesitate. What you should embrace, again, there is some sort of major ending here. This ending produces a beginning. Takes you out of the cold cellar. I'm hearing that. It's the gate, but it looks like someone's coming out of sort of a basement area or the cold cellar. Out of the gate, out of the cold cellar. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. Right? It's when, so embrace this to plow over the corn. And then the serpent. To me, the serpent is also following the knowledge, but it is the healing. The venom that once could have been your demise becomes, once transformed and alchemized, becomes the medicine that saves and heals you. Out of the gate, out of the dungeon. I'm hearing cold cellar too, because it's almost like, well, that's where you would keep the corn over a period of winter. You're being released from something here. You're being released from something. And whether that is something that you want to be released from or not, I feel like it is, but this is something that in some way, in some capacity, you should be grateful for. Or find a way to. Now, this is interesting. You have the Emperor, the Ten of Cups, and then you have the Death card. An ending. Something. This could be like a very significant relationship. This could be a position that you held in life where you felt very empowered by it. You were creating happy things between you and other people. But this ends. I mean, this is an ending. It's embracing that, right? This is what you should embrace or activate or move towards to activate what you're being asked to do. Is to give yourself the rebirth. It is to walk out of the cellar. Okay, what you need to soften your grip on or change your concept of. Well, I think we already talked about the sun. You know, when the sun is hidden, this is not the dark forces working against you, because it's as if these two forces are working together to create the balance in karma. And all you can do is really sit back and watch it happen. This fox. Paths changing. I get that with the fox energy and other decks too. The path changes to be open to these changes in direction. You may be following the scent of a mouse. All of a sudden you pick up a hare, or you pick up something much larger and the scent is stronger, where you do keep following the little tiny mouse path that already felt like it was fading and said, go over here, follow instinctively. But it's weird. It's almost as if you can't do anything until these energies are resolved. Here it is, the sun. Change your concept of that. When it disappears, it's heralding a rebirth here, a new cycle. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. Change your concept of longing for home. Oh, change your concept for longing for home. If you're longing for something here in the physical, it's actually an indication that there's something that you're not connecting to spiritually. Homesick for the stars. If you're longing for home, you're actually homesick for the stars. You're homesick for something more spiritual. And then Holy Mountain comes in after that with the scarab beetle. And then it's the sun and the moon, to me, above the mountain. They come together above the mountain. The sun and the moon come together above the mountain, the yin and the yang, the dark and the light. The balance in these forces, the holy mountain, is where the judgment and also the achievement to some sort of conscious elevation, a knowing. But it's not an easy trip. It's not an easy trip. You have the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. This feels like working through dark forces, working with dark forces. And I don't want to say like that you were a dark person and you do that. I don't know, maybe you are. Scorpio is the one area where I do get those in the comments now. Cindy, I am a dark witch. I do these. That's okay. Be nice to me. This Nine of Swords, because it's just some sort of ridicule though that one works through in this. Or you think there is, because it's like you think there is with this Nine of Swords. You think that people are laughing at you, that people are pointing at you, that people are making fun of you, that people think less of you, or people utilize you as the laughing stock, the corn stalk, the laughing stock, to destroy this. Make your life a living prayer. This is rising up against anything or anyone that's ever perhaps made you have doubt in who you are and where you're going, right? Because this is just, it takes you into confusion with the Seven of Cups. It makes you feel like even putting on a mask. You put on a mask. So you put on a mask to avoid ridicule. And then you're just caught up in trying to keep things balanced here. You're dancing. I'm hearing dancing around the subject. Dancing around the subject. Both figuratively and literally. And when I say it that way, I mean because figuratively is dancing around the subject, something here that you want to discuss maybe, but you don't. You know, you do it, you approach it very indirectly, so you dance around the actual subject. But then dancing around the subject is something right there in front of you and moving around it. Moving around it. Let's clarify. Make your life a living prayer. Devotion, potency. The Ten of Cups. The King of Wands. The Page of Pentacles. Well, gosh. I mean, there it is where it comes into the physical. So it's happiness, the dream of happiness that you create with other people. Moving out, like moving, really going after what you want. Even though you may feel very new, very wet behind the ears. This is a grassroots foundation that you're about to start off for yourself. It's starting a journey. It's flipping the coin. It's flipping the coin. And that creates movement. It's flipping the coin. Which way will you go today? There is no determination in that. So destroy. Now, interesting too, destruction of the corn. The corn was symbolizing the agriculture and the agricultural point where humanity stands still. So maybe this is a stop standing still, because you come out of the cellar. What do you do with the corn when you harvest it? You put it, all these things ground us to one place. Destruction. The tornado is the energy that changes all of that. The Nine of Swords definitely change your thinking. Remove the things that you feel like ridicule you. Remove the voices that tell you you can't. Remove the voices that tell you you're less than or you're incapable of. The corn. The Eight of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Wow. When you walk away from the things that you had investment in, again, like you would have investment in this crop. You would have a huge investment in this crop. You would plow it over. You would like plow the land, plant the seeds, maybe water it if you could, depending on how big the garden was, or if you had irrigation, and then putting in scarecrows, harvest it, but plow it over. Plow this over. Walk away from what you've been invested in and find real beauty. Walk into beauty here. Walk into joy, celebration, union. The Seven of Swords. You've been hiding the movements of your heart. The Knight of Cups. You've been hiding or holding back the desires of your heart here. The Ace of Swords. This is clear. It's so clear. Well, let's see what the clarifiers say. And then the Knight of Swords is you act on this. The Page of Cups and the High Priestess. High hopes between you and the universe. High hopes. I meant to say small hopes, but high hopes. So maybe it is high hopes, because it's just the page. It's just the page. It's all starting out fresh. It's clear. It's clear to have high hopes. I said it again. I mean to say, but it's not. It's literally being chuckled out of my mouth. Okay. And the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. I'm tasting vitamins. Why am I tasting vitamins? I didn't have any vitamins. That's weird. Why? Is this like a whole new sense? What is that? There's people that can sometimes taste, right? Taste, smell, see, hear. Why am I tasting vitamin? Weird. I don't know what that means. Oh my God. The Knight of Swords. You have the Six of Swords, the Queen of Swords. There is no hesitation. And the universe is guiding you too. Don't hesitate. The universe has got you here. That's what you're being asked to do. I want the Death card in Embrace. The Death card. The Death card. The Three of Swords. What is this? Because this is the Emperor and the Ten of Cups. This is the Emperor. The Emperor came out with it. The Emperor, and the King of Swords. I mean, this could be someone who had a lot of control over your life. This could be the end of a same-sex partnership as well. Definitely could be the end of a same-sex partnership. I do want to say for some of you, this is going to be very specific, okay? But whoever it is for them. That this could be somebody who's bisexual and you are ending a same-sex relationship and you're moving towards, I guess, a heterosexual, bisexual, I don't know. What do you call it? What would you call that? Heterosexual. Because isn't that an orientation? So, but if you're bisexual and you've been in a relationship that it was same-sex and then you're going into a different sex, so I don't know. Help me there. My vocabulary is lacking that, but there's something there that is very strong for someone. Why there's two emperors? Why are there two emperors? Conflict. There cannot be two emperors here. Oh, that's interesting. There cannot be two emperors ever. Otherwise, all the plans go on the ground. Shit, it's true. You got the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Death card. There cannot be two emperors here. Embrace this idea. The Five of Wands. That's the first card that came out, and it stayed on the table because of the conflict here. There cannot be two emperors here. That could too be between you and, okay, I'm getting two things here. That could be you and someone else in a relationship and you're both showing up as emperors. This is not going to work. That's not working. And then the other thing I feel like is you may be moving, just, I don't know, I'm not really picking that up except for here. That there's something that you are really moving towards a really beautiful relationship, what you're being asked to do, but you've got to pave over the corn. That field has to be paved over to move to this new celebration relationship. If it's high level, like maybe you would be Empress energy. If there's an emperor that you're still connected to, well, another emperor cannot come in. Yeah, because the plans would just go awry. I'm going to put those back in so we know that's the Five. Well, no, I'll keep it all out. I'll keep it all out. Okay, Ten of Cups. Could be a family, right? I mean, two people here with a child, the Ten of Cups. The Two of Wands. It could be something that you're dreaming of. Something that you dreamed of. Why do we have it here? The Two of Wands. You're hunting for something. Is there like another emperor that stands in your way? The Ten of Wands and the Star. There's something in front. There's definitely something in front here. Embrace that there cannot be two emperors here. The Death card is the Three of Swords. The Serpent. The ending becomes the beginning. The beginning becomes the ending. Everything is cyclical. The Tower and the 10 of Pentacles. There's some sort of foundation here. I don't know if it's a foundation in your life and that needs to break apart. It needs to be dismantled. Even in all sorts of, I wanted to say in all sense of the meaning. I find my brain and the channeling are having difficulty. Just, all right, just let it go. It's like even, I mean, the King of Swords, he makes the laws, he makes the rules. It's to break down a foundation. It's to break down, the Serpent is breaking down legacy. Breaking down legacy. The other thing I want to say about your cards is you have a lot of cards in the 40s. You have 49, you have 46, you have 48. Yeah, I don't know if that's significant. Could be. Maybe you're one of these ages. 46. The only one that's missing is 47. 40. Oh. Yeah, 46, 47, 48, 49. You have 46, 48, and 49. Breaking down a foundation. The gate. The new earth. Keep holding your vision. It's forming. It's not yet. There is a root here. There's some sort of root, right? There's a root. Uprooting, a root. Uprooting the corn. There's a root that needs to be pulled out. There's some sort of foundation either in your life or the life of someone that you're meant to build with. That's funny because these cards dropped away and it was showing me the Lovers. The gate, the cellar. Coming out of the cellar, the gate. Sense of being trapped and imprisoned in some sort of scenario here. Coming out of the cellar. Oh, coming out of the cellar though. That is what the Sun is doing. The Sun is coming out of the cellar. So embrace or soften your idea around this. The Scarab Beetle. The Five of Cups. I'm not going to lie. I kind of feel like there's something that might be leaving your life. It could be some sort of even an empty nest scenario. Even I said the Sun is coming out of the cellar. Some sort of empty nest scenario. Whatever this ending is, I mean, you don't feel too good about it, to be honest. That's what it shows me. Embrace that. Embrace the pain of end to have beginnings. Break down legacies to create new ones. The Holy Mountain. The Ace of Swords and the Two of Swords. It is clear that you are not in control of all... that's where we started. Because the Two of Swords, where do you go? What do you do? I don't know. Embrace that. It's sometimes not knowing is the thing to know. Well, there we go. Channel, that came out of my mouth okay. Sometimes not knowing is the thing to know. Let's look at this. I don't need to look at the file. Well, maybe I will. I want actually a whole new tarot deck for this. This little area deserves that. The Moon is at the bottom. Illusions, fears, follow your intuition. The light forces. What are they working? What are they doing? What are the light forces doing here? The light forces just plastered itself right across the dark force and karma. Oh my God, Temperance. Alchemizing. The light forces are alchemizing the dark forces, the dark karmic forces around you. What are the dark forces doing? Kicking up a stink. No way. Just as I said, kicking up a stink, the Tower card came. Oh my God. Karma? Karma. Karma. Dark forces are kicking up a stink. And the King of Swords shall be the judge. Wow. That could not be a better card for karma. Because it's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. At least through the universe's eyes. Planetarily speaking, it might have to do with how much money you have and how much influence. But anyways, so the Fox. Just stand back and watch it unfold. Oh, fuck me. The Fox. The Fox. Three of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Well, something about knowing your worth and what you should get invested in or what you shouldn't get invested in. What you should build here, what you shouldn't build. But this foundation is breaking away. If I want to say the Queen of Pentacles to me would be the one in the Ten of Pentacles, would be the one, you know, harvesting the corn. The dark forces are crumpling themselves. Okay, I just heard that. Because look at this. This is light forces. Literally both in this little white robe. Just do. When you do that, the dark forces get angry. And what do? But it almost as if the karma becomes obvious. Oh, this is not hard to see. This is not hard to see who's kicking up a stink. And who is just almost not even doing anything energetically, which is where the balance is created. This is a very deep reading, Scorpio. Wait, it's not. Things are being woven. I just heard like grace and dignity. Grace and dignity, which is what the dark forces are doing. Oh my gosh, karma and the Two of Cups. This is beautiful. The King of Swords will place judgment on the dark forces and the light forces, and there will be balance, and there is something really beautiful for you in a future. Aren't you glad I got this deck? I'm really glad. I'm really glad. It's a big deck too. There's 154 cards. But there's so much in this. And look at the way it came out. Blah, blah, blah. All right. I'm going to go do the extended. The Devil. The Emperor. The Nine of Wands. Well, the Emperor is a problem. You can't have two Emperors, I'm just hearing. It is a problem. That's what the King of Swords says. Well, you can't have two Emperors. It's conflict. That's competing. No, that won't work. Nine of Wands and the Devil. Yeah, that's a long stink. That's a long stink. The dark forces have been really kicking up a long stink here. What movie was that? Oh, what was that? Was it a program? Shit. I think it was something I started watching and then stopped watching. I'm seeing something. So what I'm being shown, I can't remember what the program is. I think it had something to do with dreams. The Sandman, or I don't know. Anyways, like a fantasy sort of program. I think it was on Netflix. This fantasy type program, was it somebody lost their mask? Was it the Sandman would put the mask on or something? I could get the characters wrong, but just if I get the characters and the object or whatever is wrong, it's okay. Like if you know the program, that's not the point of it. Don't be King of Swords on me. Be like Queen of Cups. Go with it. Go with it. Queen of Wands and Cups here. Just go with it. Flow. So it's like, let's say the Sandman was in control of dreams, which I think was, yeah, the Sandman's in control of dreams. But the Sandman walked away for some reason. from dreams. I don't remember what happened. But then all of the other energies that kind of the Sandman was in control of that helped with, you know, differentiating between beautiful dreams and nightmares and all these kind of things, and even waking people up from dreams and realizing when they're actually awake and they're not in the dream anymore. All of that energy got kind of muddled. And I want to call it a mask, but maybe it wasn't a mask, maybe it was a cape or something. But the Sandman had this, but he walked away from it, and it ended up in, like in hell, in the dark energy. And this dark energy didn't want to give it up. It's like, no, it's mine now. But the Sandman had to go down there and fight for it. But the dark forces put up one hell of a stink because they wanted it so badly. You know, I don't know, it's coming. Like, I'm seeing that. It's been such a long time since I watched it, and I know I didn't even finish watching it. I don't remember why. I lost interest, or I had other things to do. I don't know. But I'm seeing that part of it. This, right? And like this stink. But it's like the King of Swords karma comes in and says, oh, the Sandman won it fair and square. You have to give the mask back at this point. Because I think like the world was full of nightmares because this dark energy got the mask. Something like that. Isn't that? I don't know. Anyways. It's, yeah, waiting for this to come out of the darkness. Waiting for something to come out of the darkness. Now, I'm going to do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to use the, that'll be interesting, because I'm shuffling back in the underlying cards. I'm going to use the same decks, but the underlying cards get shuffled back in. The stuff that's on the table here is going to stay, and we're just letting the universe talk to you openly. Your starseed family is going to talk to you openly over there with these decks. So thank you so much, Scorpio. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.